Hi, this is your girl Denisha from the studios of Let's Chat with Denisha. I want to take this time to talk to you, church sisters. Yes, you I'm talking. You single lady out there. You one in the church praying and asking God for a husband. You one who have been fasting and seeking God. You I'm talking to. So many of you saying that there is no man in the church or there is no good man in the church. And you might be wondering again why so many single women are in the church. And I'm going to share my thoughts about this, and you tell me what you think. The pressure to get married is also there as well. Family pressuring you, church people pressuring you too. And especially if you are involved in ministry, they tend to pressure you. When are you going to get married and all of that? And this is across. The pressure is even there if you are doing well for yourself and everybody is just wondering. And mother is on your case asking you, when are you going to marry and give me grandchildren and all of these lovely things. Anyways, I believe that those societal pressure, those religious pressure, you know, weighs on the single woman in the church. And so that the first guy that approaches her, you know, is then bombarded with that type of pressure. So the first date you go on is like unconsciously or subconsciously, you are talking about marriage. You are talking about how many kids you want to have. And I believe that this is one of the things that tend to push. So the little church brothers see you now and say, you know what? She nice, body look good, all of these things. Remember, men are different. Men think differently. And so while you will be also spiritual and everything, keeping self holy and all of that, not to say the men are not keeping themselves holy, but men think about sex more often than how females think about sex. So whether they're Christian or not, it's just how the Lord has made them. Okay? And that is something that as Christians and Christian females, single females, we need to appreciate that God made the men differently. All right? Let's go back on track. So the church brother approach, to go out on the dates. He's so excited because brother Richie, going to take you out on a date. And so he sees, wants to take you out on the dates, and all of that. First of all, you call your girlfriends and start to tell them that you have a hot date to go on and all of these things. And yes, we know you're excited and all of that. So church brother now start to, he wants to get to know you. What's your favorite color? Compliments you on the way you look. Maybe even use the word that you're looking sexy or elegant or whatever. And we know that some of our men are not so cultured. So they're going to use terms that can be very offensive to us as females. But then instead of correcting or what, we tend to push them away because they made a mistake to say sexy or look good or hot girl. Yeah. Anyhow, so church brother no not really speaking the language of marriage on the first date. He's not talking about how many kids he wants and all of these things. He's not talking about ministry, he's not quoting scriptures, he's not what. And then you're wondering, is this the same guy who did praise and worship? Is this the same guy who preached? Listen. And so because of that, you now think that both of you guys are not compatible just from that one date. You think that you guys are not compatible and that this is not the one that the Lord sent for you. Yeah. Church sisters, all I am saying is the first date may go wrong. And we know first impression tend to last, but the church, and this is something else that I want to talk about. The church has spent its time nurturing us as females, culturing us as females to be wives, to be mothers, and lesser time spending to groom men to be husbands, brother, a good friend. So these men, they will make mistakes, they will blunder. And another thing that will turn you off is if the little church brother wants to get close. I'm not saying that it should happen. But I'm just saying, because they are made differently and all, we were trained to keep our bodies until marriage and all of that. The men are not so much spoken to in the church than us as females. And we know culture has affected that as well. Because a man na have a girl and a man na have sex and why them a go see him as a sofas, whether he's in the church or not. I'm telling you, that's how men are looked upon. But as females know where to keep our bodies sanctified and holy and whatever, and wait for that husband. While you're not hearing the brother saying, hey, you need to wait for your wife. Don't have sex before marriage. So that little thing is there. So the poor little brother know hormones raging and all of that, and you as a church sister know thinking that you know what is just sex him wants. And I'm so disappointed because he tried to get close to me and he wasn't talking about marriage and he wasn't talking about how many kids he wants to have. Listen, come on. It's just the first date. Why do you need to have that conversation on the first date? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Unless you have a timeline, which is still not necessary. But these are some of the things that will push away the men in the church. Because we're waiting so long and we really want the ring on the finger, we have put the pressure on these men. But all I'm saying, church sisters, just be patient with the process. They will blunder. Guard your conversation and weigh your conversation as well. The first date, don't let it be so rigid, where he has to give you how where he sees himself in 5 years. I'm laughing because I do it so many times. Listen, just enjoy the moment, enjoy the date, because God likes when we socialize and when we have fun, clean fun. Do that. Get to know the person. Get to know the church brother likes and dislikes. As I said, he's going to blunder. He may want to come on to you sexually, but stand your grounds and he will respect that. And if he cannot respect that, he is not the one. I'm telling you.